In today's lesson, we'll be learning about the equation of a quadratic relation in factored form. This is factored form, y equals a multiplied by x minus r in brackets, and then multiplied by x minus s in brackets. The a value represents the direction of opening. Meanwhile, the r and s values represent the x-intercepts. There's a little bit more to the story here, but let's just say that these are the x-intercepts for now. This equation is related to the properties of a quadratic relation. So let's determine some of these properties in the graph below. If you recall, 4 and -2 is the vertex, +3 and +5 are both x-intercepts, and +15 is a y-intercept. The parabola is also smiling, which means it's opening upwards. If you recall, the a value tells you the direction of opening. Since it's opening upwards, that means the a value should be positive. I'm just going to put a positive sign to indicate that. However, there is a way to find the exact value, and we will learn that later. The r and s values represent the x-intercepts. Since one of the x-intercepts is +3, I'm going to place that right over here. And since the other x-intercept is +5, I'm going to replace that right over there. The approximate equation in factored form is y equals a positive value multiplied by x minus 3 in brackets multiplied by x minus 5 in brackets. The positive sign over here tells you that the parabola is opening upwards. This value tells you that the x-intercept is +3, not -3. And this over here tells you that the other x-intercept is +5, not -5. In our second example, we want to determine the equation of this quadratic relation in factored form. Let's start by determining some of the properties of this quadratic relation. -3 and 25 is the vertex, +10 is the y-intercept, and both -8 and +2 are the x-intercepts. The parabola is also frowning, which means it's opening downwards. If you recall, the a value tells us if the parabola is opening upwards or downwards. Since this parabola is opening downwards, that means the a value is going to be negative. I'm just going to put a negative sign to indicate that. Again, we will find the exact a value at a later date. Meanwhile, the r and s values represent the x-intercepts. Since one of the x-intercepts is -8, I'm going to place -8 right over here. And since the other x-intercept is +2, I'm going to place it right over here. You'll notice that we have double signs. We want to simplify those double signs. So a negative sign beside a negative sign becomes a positive sign. The approximate equation in factored form is y equals a negative value multiplied by x plus 8 in brackets and then multiplied by x minus 2 in brackets. The negative sign over here indicates that the parabola is opening downwards. This value over here indicates that the x-intercept is actually -8 and not +8. And this value over here indicates that the other x-intercept is +2, not -2.